No, no. No. Whoa, that was me. Yeah.
Hello?
No. Whoa, that was me. Oh, it's so delayed.
Yeah, now I'm hearing you really delayed.
Yeah.
Um, shit. Well, that's probably weird, isn't it? Hello?
Whoa, that's you. Whoa. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
can
it's
hear our delayed voices, but does that mean we're live on the show right now?
I see you talking live. Yeah, you're working.
And you're working also, right?
Here are words being sentenced comprehensively.
Yeah. From both of us? I mean, I can hear our delayed voices, but does that mean we're live on the show right now?
I see you. Yeah. Here we go. Let's go, baby.
Dude, this is really weird. It's gonna be so jank. Zero is gonna hate it when he sees it.
What the show?
Yeah, Zero's gonna hate it when he sees it. Um,
All
Lakers,
right.
Lakers Kings. I don't fucking know.
All right. Yeah, here we go. Cool. All right. Um, okay, yeah. I've got comments on this. First off, golf ball Nick Babs, OG at the game. Mad respect, mad props. We were talking about he was filling me in on the Yahoo fantasy report. I don't know if you know what I should have done. I should have asked you for the updated uh injury report because Nick was like on the fence about LeBron James on fantasy basketball. They have him as iffy, or the report was like he's iffy for last night. And could you imagine buying? Could you imagine being in Los Angeles, buying a Lakers ticket, and LeBron doesn't play? Like that would be the worst thing ever in the entire world. I would be so upset.
Yeah, it happens all the time if you think about it.
I know my this Bulls channel is same thing with DeRozan, but whatever. The Lakers came back. They clawed their way back. I think this team looks quite desperate. AD is playing Demonis Sabonis, who I guess you know what he's 7-1.
So
But
they say.
Sabonis is yeah, so they say. I don't really buy it. Um, but you got to barbecue chicken Sabonis, and he did not barbecue chicken him. I don't have his stats available to me. I don't even know any of the stats from last night other than the tripped up. But um,
Yeah, it was 29 and 16 for Sabonis for the most part. So
and what was AD like? Felt like 13-4, but I only
eh,
watched like the fourth quarter.
and this is a game that I kind of wish I tuned into. I watched Sixers and Celtics, and then we moved on to Rambo.
Sixers Celtics played last night.
Yeah,
Oh, who won?
good game. Good game. No Porzingis, no Jalen Brown, and the Celtics still
Okay.
won.
Celtics won.
Yeah,
Wow, nice. Let's
yeah.
go. I think the Lakers. I think Levine's honestly only a matter of time. I really do.
For the Lakers,
And yeah, I think they have enough. Um, but I think it would be. I feel like it's always like three-team trades
dude,
now.
it would be an amazing, amazing buy low on Austin Reeves if the Bulls could send Caruso and Zach
Mhm.
LaVine and bring Reeves to Chicago. That would
Yeah,
be pretty ideal.
I need a draft pick. I also really, if I'm giving up Caruso and Levine, I need like a decent package. I don't need like nobody's getting Alex Crusoe for a first, whoever the announcer was who said that, and Levine, I want a first. So I'd be happy with. The thing is, like, I like Reeves, but I don't want to build around Austin Reeves. So I would hope that we get something in tight. Like, I know we're probably not going to get a player we're going to build around, but like just somebody interesting. Like, are we, like if I was a Jazz fan right now, Lauri Markkanen's like my guy. Like that's cool. I don't want Austin Reeves to be my guy.
No, but would you want him to be your fifth starter on a championship team? Could he be your KCP? Could he
For
be a better
sure,
KCP? Yeah, that
I would love.
The Bulls cannot get really that much better than him.
So, what would do you think DeRozan's getting traded? Because would we run Reeves, DeRozan, and Vooch? Because I think they would do better than with Lavin.
I mean, I think if they're gonna trade anybody, it's a fire sale, and they are gonna
Oh, he's
go
okay.
and get a pick. Yeah,
Okay.
the Vooch thing is interesting because nobody's gonna want him, but like
Yeah, except the Celtics.
he makes it hard to tank.
Yeah.
They can't afford him.
The Celtics, yeah, it's like Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, fucking Al Horford,
Yeah,
in like 2 seconds was the trade I
that would
saw.
make them worse.
You think so? Getting rid of Pritchard and Hauser
Yeah,
and Horford?
yeah, that would
Really?
make them worse. Well, because
There
Vooch,
might have been another player in there though, like Torrey Craig or something.
I mean, that would just be against the entire Boston philosophy of we're gonna switch everything. You know?
If they got Vooch.
Yeah.
I worry for old man Al though.
Hey, he hit four
But you're
threes last
right.
night.
Is he looking
He was
fine?
I mean no, he looks old as shit. But like he brought it yesterday and he's part of the reason they beat Philly.
Okay.
So
Just worries me on an 82 game season. I know he's like, isn't he being more managed this year?
yeah, no back to
Um,
backs. Rested for the in season tournament game the other day. So yeah, he is.
yeah, I mean, I know I get what you're saying. I just don't know. So yeah, maybe it's not Vooch, but old man Al with no Robert Williams, especially. But they had, they got KP, so yeah, maybe they're not interested in Vooch. That'd be one hell of a lineup though, just on paper. Like Drew Holiday, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps, and Vooch. Like
Fuck no. That's like multiple degrees worse than
dude on 2K.
Holiday White, Tatum Brown, and Porzingis.
Not on paper though. Like in a
Yes.
2K
Yeah, on
in a
paper.
2K franchise.
Oh.
I'm talking name
Yeah.
brand, not like the logistics of it.
Yeah, all right. In terms of names, yeah,
Yeah, like
that would
that's
be a
one badass
studded
star
lineup.
five, star and five. Like that's just badass.
It is Derek White slander though, who has been amazing and deserves some all-star love.
Oh yeah, Derek White's a beast.
Rapid shooting rise. That dude is now clamps and a 40% shooter. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad he
This is the best shooting backcourt in the Tatum Brown era, as I mentioned in my power rankings, which I'll cut
oh
to
yeah,
eventually.
nice. I I hate that I'm starting to like the Celtics. I don't know. They're not Philly sports level to me, but the Celtics are not a liked. I'm a bandwagon Laker fan because of LeBron. So like I don't have anything for the Celtics.
9 and 9, zero offensive rebounds, 4 blocks for AD last night. It's pretty fucked up.
He went 9 and 9.
Nine
Oh,
and
nine
nine.
points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
that's so bad. And they blew out the Grizzlies too, and he absolutely feasted. I should have locked him in my dynasty. But
Yeah.
yeah, Bulls rebuild. I mean, I don't really. I guess I gotta just start enjoying these. I'm gonna go. Let's see if we play tonight. The Rockets haven't played in way too long, but yeah, the Bulls are.
Rockets got to be playing tonight.
Yeah, we play the. No, we don't. We play. Yeah, we play the Clippers. So is that the in-season tournament? It is,
I don't
right?
think so. Oh, wait. Oh, well,
I
yeah, it
think it
is.
is.
It
Wait,
is.
they
It is today, and yesterday was not. I think you're right.
How do we ever know? How do we ever know?
Because it's only on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, really? But wasn't the first day Friday?
I don't
Like
think
I,
so.
I remember being at your guys' crib Friday night, 3 weeks ago for the first night of it, right?
What? There are no games today at all? Is that true?
Oh my God, wait, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, there are no games
Oh,
today at all.
wait, that's tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow's, I think that's what I'm saying. Like Friday's the in season. Yeah, there's 2 games tonight, Brooklyn, Miami. and
What?
OKC Golden State. I guess they're really shying away from Thursday night football, it looks like, because this is now
Oh
back-to-back
shit!
weeks.
Who's Thursday Night Football tonight?
It's Bengals Ravens. It's a great game.
Yeah, dude, my weeks fly by when I work like all day, fucking to Monday into Tuesday. Like that makes, and then like Wednesday is my day to just detox, and then it's Thursday, and then the weekend's coming up.
And then the
Like things
weekends
just
here.
fly.
I know life's flying by.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's like 1 week away, actually.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right. Any other games that we should touch on from yesterday?
I was I was preoccupied. I only watched the end of the
Okay.
Lakers Kings game.
Want to scroll through my power rankings?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's
Let
check out
me
the fantasy team did
let
yesterday.
me.
I'm telling you, man, Keontae is fantasy beast. Derek Lively finally good fantasy game. There we go. Koulibaly, all right. I'll take it. Cat's been doing very well for me. I cannot wait for John Morant to be back as well. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Uh,
Mr. Producer.
dude, I am just not with the program today, motherfucker. I'm not buying into the program. Call me Zion.
Future Rocket.
That
Can't
would be
wait.
that would be sick.
I can't wait.
That would be
Ema's gonna
pretty
get him
sick.
back on track. Wonder what a Zion package looks like. I don't even want to know. I'm not ready to get rid of my guys yet. All this jinxing with the Clippers. The clip show winless without Harden or winless with Harden. Matchup tomorrow in LA. I can't wait. I think it's at 10:30, which is just unbelievable. I cannot believe there's basketball on at 10:30 at night. It's at 10:30. That's just insane. How is that a thing?
Always has been.
I just hate it. Do you know that meme? Do you know that meme where it's like the astronaut with a gun at somebody and they're in space looking at the Earth? I'm I'm the guy looking at Earth and being like, "Wow, 8:30 is really late," and you're the guy with the astronaut with the gun saying it always has been.
I do know the meme you're talking about. Ah, man,
Alex Caruso is a rocket. I'd
that
take
would nah.
Caruso.
You don't need him. He would kill your spacing.
Really?
I think so.
Wow. Well, there you have it. No Rockets basketball since Monday, man. I remember when it used to be a break, and now I'm itching. When I first got into Rockets coverage and we had no basketball on for a couple of days, it's like, let's go. The wow factor. Wall Oladipo. You know what I do say? I do think the Rockets should get Kelly Olynyk back in Houston. Because I don't think the Rockets desperately need a rim protector like we were thinking in the offseason. Because Shangoon's been holding it down.
Yay! All right, I have done it. Let me make sure I can scroll through here. Gang, you seen this?
I'm waiting. What am I going to eat today? feeling breakfast food. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay. And I kind of am just gonna briefly scroll through and talk about things. Then if you have talking points as well, we can. You can just tell me to pause.
You got stats on these? Like how many people do you think will read this?
I should check. Typically it's in like high hundreds,
Okay,
sometimes low thousands.
nice.
I'm not gonna readjust the screen, but I have Denver one.
Nice.
Although I really do think that the Clippers would have beaten them the other day if Mason Plumlee was healthy.
Daniel Tice.
Wait, is that
I don't.
official? Is Daniel Tice added
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Didn't that happen
Nice.
yesterday?
I like that. I saw the buyout. I didn't see anything.
Oh, it might. Yeah, it might not be official then. I think the Clippers. Let me know when you get to the Clippers because I got a comment.
They are down here at 9.
Wolves at 3. Whoa, they're killing it right now. They
Yeah,
better not win tonight.
and I really don't know how sustainable that is, but none of these other teams have proved themselves. Clippers have issues,
Yeah.
Bucks have issues, Suns have issues, Mavs defense is bad, Warriors have issues, Sixers are just like not flashy enough. So I kind of settled on Minnesota because
Yeah.
they have Ant and the best defense in the league.
Yeah. And Cat's been statistically killing it,
Yeah,
which I
he's
absolutely
back, which
love.
is crazy because he was statistically like killing them early, and now he's back.
So yeah, Philly at 4. With the Clippers, I'm not alarmed at all because of I know when Harden gets into basketball shape, um it's hard. We're getting close. What are we like 10-ish games in now to the season? I still think you can't really learn. I don't really like to even react to much about teams until 20 games in. Or I think it's all just mainly speculation. So I think it takes about 20 games for these teams for you to learn what they are and what they aren't. But the Clippers, like I know we've talked about this. When I watch them play, I don't know. It's just so weird. But I know at the same time, Ty Lue's going to try every single lineup combination he can think of, especially in the first 10 games. So like they put in Powell and who's the other guy? They subbed out Russ and PJ against that game you're talking about against Denver, and they put in Powell and I think it was Terrence Mann.
Yeah, he
Um,
played 30 minutes in that game, so it could have been.
but they
Oh,
closed
at the
it.
end of the game, it was Terrence Mann.
Yeah,
Yeah, he tried to
they
draw a
closed it.
charge and he failed.
And they were just getting barbecue chicken by the Denver Nuggets because of their lack of size. But so I don't think Russ should have been taken out of the game because, but then like when I watch Russ play, you know what it reminds me of? It's like when the Rockets had CP3 and Harden, it all made sense. Like it with my eyes, it made sense. And then we went out and we flipped Paul for Russ. And even in the regular season, in the bubble and all that stuff, it's like Russ and Harden's nice. It's like fun, but it doesn't really look right. And obviously, we end up losing to the Lakers. And I just kind of get that same vibe with, I know I've talked about Cleveland, but I mean, the Clippers are much better on paper, especially. But I don't know, it just looks so strange to me. I'm a little bit hesitant to even think they're gonna. I'm hesitant because they're the Clippers as well, but I'm just hesitant with this fit.
Yeah, I uh, I saw a quick video of just like James Harden pick and roll, give it to Kawhi for a post up. Kawhi like backs into the paint. Team gets a paint touch, kick to James, open three. Like that is something that did not exist in Houston. Like he actually has dudes that
Mm.
he can play off of now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so I'm optimistic that it can work, but like I also in this article talk about how like there's literally a quote from Ty Lue where he says we need James to be himself. I feel like I hear that every year for the past like 5 years.
yeah.
Like he's who is that person? So
What I do like about James right now on the Clippers is he does look very involved and he does look very active and he already looks bought into making this work and doing what needs to be done to make it work. So I know they'll start to click. And I, like you said, he says that every year, and somebody put up a joke of like Ben Simmons saying that about playing with Kyrie and KD, like, oh, once we get clicking, like, watch out. And obviously that was the whole thing. But
We'll see.
the thing with I have this issue with all of these teams, and they're all the same, and the teams are specifically Phoenix and the Clippers. And when you watch a team like Golden State, Denver, Boston play, it's night and day difference. This fourth quarter offense is just purely isolation. I notice it every game when I watch the Phoenix Suns. Their fourth quarter offense is just pick and roll isolation basketball. There, which is fine, but there's nobody cutting. There's nobody doing anything. Nobody's running the baseline. Nobody's setting off ball screens. Nobody's doing anything. And then you watch a team like Golden State or Denver play. Like when you watch that, I'm going to go rewatch that fourth quarter Clippers Nuggets because the Clippers is just, it turned into Paul George isolation. And the Nuggets offense is just running so much better. You can just tell, and it just looks good.
Yeah.
And so I do that. Why are all these fucking ants everywhere? I don't know where the fuck you guys are coming from all the time. But anyways,
Well, I think that you're absolutely right because that is an issue with the Phoenix offense. That was a great example. And it's also a great example of like Denver is a basketball team, you know. That's what makes me give some love to the Knicks and the Kings and
yeah, Kings do a great job
you know,
too.
those are teams, those are offenses.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I just hate that. It just reminds me of James Harden heliocentric offenses. Um, as far as like winning important series goes, like yeah, Kawhi and Paul or Harden and KD and Beal and Book and ISO. Um, but I'm still a little lenient. I don't know. It's just so weird. It's hard for me to buy into these teams beating a Denver unless something happens, and even beating a Golden State. But they are the greats in the league, so I don't know. It's just something that pisses me off when I watch it. I want to keep. I love just watching these goddamn basketball games, and I want to notice it tonight. No, OKC Golden State will be a good game. But yeah, just weird. So I guess we'll see.
I don't know if you can see on the stream, but I scrolled down to the Rockets situated at 16,
Okay. Okay.
directly above Miami and directly below Atlanta.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
You buying 38 wins?
I have to. I just have to. That 31 and a half was just such a hammer to the over. It's just such a hammer to the over. But I don't know. I get both sides of people saying the Rockets will win 32 to 35, 35 to 38, 38 to 42, and 42 to 46. Like I can just buy into all of those. So I think for me, if I had to like put money on the Rockets win loss right now, I would probably go 37 or 38.
Yeah,
Is probably where I
I'm
would go.
settling in that like I'm still settling in like the 35 to 38 range.
So like, what would that be? 12
Dude, yeah.
ish seed?
Oh man. You know, I mean, I shouldn't side so low on the spectrum versus what Vegas says. Vegas fucking knows. Um,
Vegas, yeah, Vegas loves them based on that.
they'll probably finish with like 37 wins, dude. Um, and that's probably good for yeah, the 11 seed maybe.
Mm. I at least want to be in competition for the plan. I do think making the plan is obviously the goal. But I tweeted and said on Monday or whatever, like I could see them being the fourth seed in the Western Conference just because of
The
take care of your own business and let all the other shit go down.
yeah, valid.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna go.
but
Oh, keep going.
yeah, with that being said, I look at a team like Minnesota and I would believe that one way more. Obviously, they're, but you know what? The records aren't that different. The Rockets have won 6 straight games, so it's just hard to like not get too high on this. I do think tomorrow's a big game. I'm very curious to see if they win it because if I think if they win it, then I think they're legitimately. I mean, they already are and should be considered as a legitimate top 6 seed team. But I think if they win tomorrow and get 7-3, take down Russ, Harden, Kawhi, Paul, then I do think it. I think it becomes a lot more believable. I know it's just one game, but
Well, I liked how you phrased that. Take care of your own business because like there are all these teams that we kind of mentioned that are just struggling with stuff. So if the Rockets, who are healthy and finding a groove, just keep winning, they could
yeah,
stack up. They could stack up some W's.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't wait. God damn it, 10:30 on a Friday night. That's insane. But all right, we'll see.
All right. I don't think I have too much other noteworthy stuff in here. Pacers at 19.
Yeah, we just wait till tomorrow.
I'm still low on the Pacers because the defense is bad.
They
Great
You like
game.
my I should have locked it. The last show we did, or the last I think I was what's I haven't been on the show since Monday, I think, and it was I think that's when I said when we did pick'ems, Pacers, or it might have been the game I texted you on, Pacers over Philly, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Felt good
Did
about
you
that
hit
one.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Check. Let's
But I
confirm.
went on like 6-6, or I had a horrible rest of the
Nice.
picks,
Good
but I
call.
did get
You
that
did.
one.
Yeah, I got a
Wow,
decent.
their over under is 40 and a half. The Pacers is 40 and a half.
Yeah.
That's kind of insane. I think the Spurs are starting to get back down to earth here. Was that 27 that I saw? That's kind of crazy too. But yeah, the Spurs are definitely coming back down to earth.
Yeah. You
Um,
talking for Pacers defense? Or what was
well, I'm talking
27?
Spurs.
Oh. For the Spurs, they weren't
Yeah.
27.
Is it? Oh, no. Vegas over under.
Oh.
Was that what it was? 27?
Yes.
I,
27 and a
I, I
half.
think that's kind of realistic. I,
Yeah.
I really do. They're coming down. We got as 30.
The Wiz show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a whole Jordan Poole rant that I'll save myself for marriage and when Ciro's on. Um, but I have a whole thought philosophy on it. I think we're seeing it. Who was it? Somebody said that. I think it was Paul Pierce who went viral on that. Like, oh, like now you're starting to see how teams, what happens when teams start to game plan around you when you're that guy, and you see it with McHale, Laurie. Um, I think it's Kuzma's team though. I think Kuzma's the guy in Washington that they obviously agree as well. But I think I don't know. There's something about Tyus Jones and Jordan Poole that doesn't sit right with me. But like the theory of it is, I love it. But like Jordan Poole's defense is so shitty. I don't think Jordan Poole should come off of the bench, but I don't think Tyus should come off the bench. I don't know. If I have Jordan Poole, I want to surround him with shooters because I want him to have the basketball. And I don't think that's what happened when Steph was out. Like, I don't think you coincidentally back to back seasons over enough of sample sizes average 25 points without Steph Curry in there. Um, I don't think Wes Unseld is a good basketball coach right now for the Wizards. I don't think he's the guy at all. I
I mean,
really don't
they
watch
have
much.
shooters to surround Poole with though.
I
He's
know,
he's
but I know. I That's what I'm saying, but I don't. He needs the ball in his hands. Like I just want the ball in his hands. I gotta watch. I'll do that today. I'll watch more Wizards, but like I need guys like Corey Kispert out there when Jordan Poole is out there.
But
Like I
Jordan
know
Poole needs to do a
Avdija.
better job of sharing the ball.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I think,
You
but
think
you know
he should,
what?
you
You're
think
right.
he should be Steph-like and just get to launch shots and go for 30 every night, which
I
he's
think he
capable
should.
of, I
I
guess.
think they should just run Poole as the primary ball handler. And
Hmm.
I
I
just
kind
think
of
when he
like
gets
that.
the ball, I think when he gets the ball, he's so shot chucky and he's not in a rhythm and he's out of the flow state because it's not, I'm not saying center the offense around him, but I at least want the ball in his hands more, surrounded by better shooters. Like I like Gafford and I like Avila, but I still wouldn't consider Avila as a lockdown shooter. Like I would rather have Kispert out there with Poole than Avila. But then, we can get into defense and all that stuff. My point is, and I'll rant on it tomorrow with Zero. I do think Jordan Poole will be perfectly fine. And shooters shoot and hoopers hoop. I didn't like the body language. I don't like his body language at all. Um, and that whole viral video of the timeout was,
Which are there are numerous now.
or there.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think I almost want them to have somebody off of the bench as like a mentor. Like if Taj Gibson was a shooting guard, to just kind of keep him in check because I don't think there's enough guys on that team to be like, like a Pat Bev almost. Like somebody like that, just to keep Poole level to focus on the prize. But I don't like the whole timeout thing is hard for me because like he's pissed off. Like I don't think that's lack of interest. I think he's just pissed off at himself.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think he'll be fine. But I don't necessarily think Wes Unseld's helping him out, but he's also not helping out himself out. So
All right, dude. I'm fucking killing the show. Somehow we're looking
I
at
know.
we're looking. You see what we're fucking looking at, bro? And I couldn't cut to you at any point. Am I just an idiot? I can cut to myself, but I couldn't cut to you. How is that even possible? I'm done. The record.
Also, Draymond Green's 5 game suspension really fucks me in fantasy. I just want him to know that.
Hey, at least you can stream Kuminga.
I can't stream anybody because my team's too good.
Mm.
My only cuttable players are Bilal and Keontae, and my only other bench player is John Morant.
Depending
And
on your
I'm
scoring
not.
format, you could potentially cut Bilal.
Yeah, but it just feels like such a good candidate. Like it just feels like one of those players I will not get back if I let him go.
Yeah,
But
possibly.
it could be a Avila of last year. Like I fell into that trap a couple times in fantasy. Like, oh man, if I don't pick him up right now, like Taylor Horton fucker felt the same thing.
But you got that tight of like a lineup right now? Like your roster is like filled to the brim?
Yeah, my bench is below Keontae and Ja, and my only other bad player that I would think of dropping is Isaiah Stewart.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's just with John Morant's suspension, I would love a streamer every week just to have fill up my ads.
Yeah.
Not dropping Russ, Azar,
Well, I
Luca,
think
Shea.
the value of having a streamer will outweigh having Cool About Lee or Beast too.
You think so? That
Probably, I
doesn't
mean,
sound bad at
probably
all.
if you have an active enough wire, if you have enough dudes on the wire still.
That's why I haven't. There's not a guy on the waiver that I'm itching to get, which is why I have not made a move. Like Kaminga is really enticing, but no. Like Ubre, I don't think
I
moves
was
the
kidding.
needle.
I just said you could stream Kuminga because he sucks. I didn't actually
Wow.
want you to do that.
Kaminga's gonna feast these next 5 games.
Nah.
Want to make a pride bet here?
Kuminga doesn't feast. I'll make a regular bet.
Okay. I think he'll average over 15 while Dre's out.
Okay. 5. I'll take the under.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do it.
15 points even.
All right. Dre's really worrying me.
How so?
Well, first off, this dude actually loves getting like ejected when Steph's out, and I just think that's so funny that yeah, like that's an actual thing.
True, and
Like
Rudy knows it. It's hilarious.
that's crazy to me that that's an actual thing. And the thing is, I don't disagree with him, or I get it
Yay, you're back.
on my back.
You're back. Like I said.
All the ladies are about to tune in here.
Woo! Finally.
But Dre,
They've been gone. No, sorry.
Dre seems like he's on something different this year that just is a little unsettling.
He's just
Like
being,
he's taking it too far.
He's just being himself, man. He's just
Just
being
who he
Dre.
is,
When are you gonna
bro.
learn that that's just who?
I
That's
gotta
just who
say,
Dre
like
is.
choke holding Rudy Gobert, I am
fried.
all for it.
Mm.
I actually love the concept. I love it in basketball. I think we need more of it.
I love the concept of
I
choking
just
Rudy.
absolutely, but like especially Goofy Gobert starting COVID, obviously, like he did that for America. Like Dre did that for America. But I love petty beef. I think there needs to be a lot more petty beef in the NBA, and I think it makes it interesting for everybody more. Obviously, I don't want like my Rockets to be starting these types of shenanigans, but like keep it respectful. But if I have a guy like Draymond Green and he's gonna chokehold Rudy Gobert, like I'm not complaining. But on
Dude,
my team, I don't want. You know what?
it was just
If
so.
no,
It was just such an out of pocket choke. That's the thing that gets me. Is like Rudy really wasn't even involved in the initial skirmish.
it was it was so early in the game. It's like a minute into the game.
Yeah.
But
Well, Clay was just steaming, dude.
yeah, yeah.
I hope that it makes him a better basketball player. I hope he's pissed off.
I agree. I hope he is very pissed off. I'm sure he is very pissed off. I think it was what Dre put his like hand on a neck or something. I think is something I saw.
Oh,
A theory.
That Gobert put his hand on Clay's neck, and then Drake.
Yeah, like just to like, or it was like close to his neck or something, just to push him away. But I think that's the camaraderie that you need on a team. I do think that while maybe Dre took it too far, I do think that's something you need on your team. And you might like this. I think a lot of people need to start looking at, dude, these ants are just, I see them coming in through the bottoms of the walls. It's just unbelievable. But when players, like when you get fouled or you don't even get fouled and you fall to the floor after a layup or something, I do think this is like a sabermetric stat. I think you can tell a lot about a team and players by how many people come to pick that guy up and how quick it is. You know what I mean? Like, I remember that with the Lakers a couple of times last season, early on, guys not running to go pick up their player who just got fouled and on the floor.
Yeah.
And I think when you watch a team like Sacramento, Denver, especially Golden State, they rush to it.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep. I know I'm keen to that kind of stuff too.
Yeah,
I noticed
like
that.
Dre's goofy. I love the sentiment having your teammates back. So like
Yeah.
I do think that's something you need.
Yeah. Well, I'm that guy to a certain extent. If I see you, I'm like, hey, stay down. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lift you up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it was good Jordan Poole's gone. Whether Dre's into these shenanigans and all that kind of stuff, that's just something that will wear a team down.
Dude, if they could get Zach LaVine, I'd be in favor. If they could send Kuminga and like filler to get LaVine, I'd be down.
Holy cow! Wow. Would we have to get Clay?
No.
Are they? Is Clay benching it?
No.
Could you imagine if he's starting?
Yeah.
First off, they're going to get out rebounded even more than they are now. I think Zach LaVine is the last guy that they need. But somebody around that, I agree. But I think like every team could take a 20-ish points per game guy.
Right.
Could you imagine the backup being? I don't know. I don't know.
He could maybe.
You can't bench Clay.
He could maybe come off the bench.
Could you imagine your backup duo? Your backup backcourt duo is Chris Paul, Klay Thompson.
Well, Chris Paul's got to go.
Fuck?
Chris Paul's got to go.
Oh, Chris Paul would be in that trade?
Yeah. We gotta
Oh,
get the
definitely
we gotta
don't do
get the
that
money.
trade.
We gotta get the
Yeah,
money from
definitely don't
somewhere.
do that. I'm all
Wow.
set.
Wow. You wouldn't
Yeah.
rather have Zach LaVine in place of Chris
No,
Paul?
not even a little bit. No. I
I
actually don't.
Chris Paul has made them better defensively. So
I
that
think
is notable.
Chris Paul. I just love Chris Paul off the bench. I think the Warriors without Chris Paul off the bench would be struggling mightily. I think he's holding that shit down. I mean, if you have 15 minutes every night where the opposing team star players are out and Chris Paul is playing that team's bench unit, like that's just unfair. That's simply unfair. So I love it. I love Chris Paul off the bench. I just need like
I mean,
him and Gordon Hayward.
He's got to start hitting shots. I guess
Yeah.
that it would be very un-Warriors like of them to tie up the books. They're probably not going to go out and pay Zach LaVine. So that's
That
very
is true.
unrealistic of me. But I
Unless
do
they're
think it would
just
make them better. But Chris Paul is a interesting fit. I'm not going to say that he's like a cheat code as a second unit like point guard, but
I think he is. Oh my God. I thought Chris in the chat just broke a trade that Levine went to the Raptors.
he's saying LaVine to the Raptors.
He said, imagine Zach Levine to the Toronto Raptors. I thought it said Zach Levine to the
I would
Toronto
like
Raptors.
that kind of. Fuck it.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I don't even know. Do you think they'd take the picks route with like Gary Trent and guys like that? Or would they have to cough up Siakam?
I mean, it's so implausible to even consider because with OG and Pascal, definitely OG headed for unrestricted free agency regardless. They're gonna part with all their chips to get Zach LaVine, like for what, you know?
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said the Raps are done. Season over. I don't get if he's just a fan, a pessimistic Raptors fan, or if I missed something that happened yesterday.
No, nothing happened yesterday.
God, Siakam dropped 11. Come on, dude.
Whatever.
He
carried them a few games prior.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be the start of him getting back to the season. Everybody's overreacting, and that's why I don't want to like get too into players who are doing good or bad, biases aside. But like, I'm thinking Wiggins, Siakam. There's one guy that I can't think of. Chris Middleton is a bench guy. I'm just not worried about these guys figuring it out. Like Siakam's not going to average. What's he averaging this season? Oh, he's averaging 19. But like, I do think that number will change to the number we're more accustomed to.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Middleton
like,
either. Compared to the consensus, I'm way less concerned about Chris Middleton than most people. I think he'll figure it out too.
Well, what worries me is this injury, but you're right. I agree because it kind of feels like Clay. Like I didn't need Clay in the regular season when he came back. I just needed Clay's body right in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And because they got Damian Lillard, I don't need Chris Middleton to be the old Chris Middleton, like the Chris Middleton closer in that playoff run. That's now Damian Lillard. So, yeah, you're right. They're just such a fascinating team. I think they're a fascinating team.
The Raptors really are stuck though, because they just like they're not at a reasonable like, oh, let's go for it moment. They're kind of they're really just stuck. They don't have any assets unless they're going to follow picks.
Scotty's feasting.
He is, and that's what makes it tough because you want to keep building around him.
Yeah.
But if you're going to pay OG and Pascal and Zach LaVine, I just don't even know if that's enough. Maybe it would be. But then you'd have to really ensure that you can re-sign them in free agency. And it's tough. They can't get like the ducks in a row, you know?
Yeah. I'm glad they're starting to fill out their roster with guys like Grady Dick.
Yep.
And Schroeder.
He's looked good. Grady Dick has looked good.
Yeah, I'm excited for him.
Interesting storyline that no one ever talks about. Christian Coloco has been out since Summer League with a respiratory illness.
Oh, really?
For the past 6 months.
He's got mono?
I think he has like a condition, like a lung condition.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You're right. Illness, respiratory condition. Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, I think it's something serious for Coloco.
Yeah, that's not good. He had a little bit of a run last year in the beginning.
He did. Good point. A lot of shot blocks for like a week or two.
that strongly fizzled or quickly fizzled. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the Toronto Raptors. All right, I gotta hop on some calls here. Dude, am I wearing pink? Oh, he's talking to you.
What do you say?
Dude, are you wearing pink? I'm wearing pink as well.
Bro, never mind the spider.
What's that?
That's what this hoodie says.
Oh, never mind the spider.
Never mind the spider. Here's the slime.
Oh, he said looks good. Okay. Uh, I I let my spiders in my apartment live
That's a bad
because I
decision.
just no, I have to respect survivors. I got a lot of respect for these survivors. Ants are the only thing I'll really kill. There's a gecko roaming my apartment. He's been roaming for weeks now. And I just when I see him, I'm always in a rush. And he's so small and he's so fast. And I just have to like keep it above with him. Like, dude, like you just have to get out of here. But here's the thing: if he's paying his dues, then you know what, I will take it. You know, like if he's killing this shit and he's keeping things in flow, you know, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. So, but spiders and I have this unspoken agreement because I'll let you chill. You do your thing. I'll let you chill. If it becomes an issue, like if you start roaming, you know, if you're getting mobile, if these spiders get mobile, you're done. But I'm talking about the ones like posted up in cobwebs.
All right. As long
And
as
just
you guys are clear on your boundaries.
yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing: when that vacuum gets out, that's on you. You know, get away from the floor.
Mm,
Like if that vacuum hits you, you're toast.
mm,
So, but you're a survivor.
mm.
So they know what they're doing. Got one up in that left, right over there. He's been posted since I moved in. He's been posted since I
Gotta
moved
keep it
in.
a buck with them.
Like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, man. Like I don't know. The thing is, like, there's a lot of ants in these cobwebs, which is why I really like appreciate these guys. But like I've been seeing a little bit too many ants getting mobile roaming. Like I need these guys. Like it feels like they could be getting a little complacent. So I might have to whip out that vacuum just to get them back on track.
That's your busy day you keep talking about?
Today,
Yeah, I was kidding.
I can't lose in these shoes. That's
Walk a mile on
you can't
these
see it.
Louboutins.
I can't lose in these.
Bro, is that your cast? Is that a cast of
We
some
left them
kind?
forever. It's
Looks like a foot
it's a
boot.
surgical boot because I got this fucker
Right,
on
your
my
toe.
toe.
Yeah.
The guy I went yesterday to get it done, and the guy's like, so I'm bedridden right now, and the guy's like starts it off like talking about amputation. I was like, yeah, like I was like, thanks for getting me in before Thanksgiving. I was gonna wait till the end of the year, and he was like, he's like a New York guy. He's like busting
Oh
my
wait,
balls. He was like,
you're being fucking serious.
yeah, he was like, if you did that, we would be taking you to the ER right now. And he was dead serious. His tone and his words were dead serious all the way up until I left. And he was like, yeah, I was just busting your balls. I just want you to like really take this seriously so this doesn't happen again. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? The last 30 minutes I've been thinking to myself, if I waited 1 month that I would have no right toe. Like this fucker.
That's a long time to yank your
It's
chain.
a really fucking long time. And like the nurse lady was so nice. She's like, he's just, you know, he just takes this stuff very seriously. Apparently they kicked somebody out
Well,
like
I'd argue that's
a couple
not
of days
taking it
ago.
seriously because he isn't like being truthful with you. Like he's just like scare tacticing you.
I know, yeah. He's like, fuck, dude. So I'm taking this shit seriously. I'm gonna wear this gay ass fucking boot. I got some flip flops, bought some flip flops for the first time after living here for over a year.
That's an
Um,
L.
so I'm not gonna be able to get mobile for a little bit.
Well, get mobile and then we can play some tennis.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Um, dude, that's a little A little fried though that he lied about the amputation thing. I can't get over that.
It was and the nurse is trying to tell me like he's just busting your balls. I'm like,
Yeah, dude, I got
I've
got
had this done.
I got by Ciro at dinner the other night because he was like, "Oh, there's it was like he's talking about some movie in like the Rocky whatever
Mhm.
trilogy series, however many Rockies there are." So Rocky 4 is like a documentary about how he goes and like drops the Berlin Wall while like having a fight in Russia. I'm like a fucking. I was like a mockumentary. Like, what do you mean it's a documentary? He's like, no, this is like based off a real story. And I was like, the movie? Like, what are you talking about? And he like explained the whole plot of the movie again. And I was just like what? And he's like, I'm kidding, bro. Like,
Oh my
I'm like,
god.
this isn't fucking real. I was like, but I was like, at what point am I just? I just literally I've never seen the fucking any of the movies. I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I would have gotten got as well.
It just makes me like regret smoking weed because I feel like a retard. But then I have to like reckon that it's not actually my fault.
You got to get him with something good now.
Well,
Whatever that
then
is.
I get him all the time. I'm like, oh, like I use sarcasm all the time, and it just results in him mansplaining things. Like it doesn't work. Like it's not. It's I mean, like yesterday, like we were talking about fucking JJ Watt and being an offensive lineman, and Sierra's like, dude, offensive linemen are really the most like underreported like positional group that get concussions because they're in the trenches and they hit the ground hard, but like you don't really like see them dealing with it as much. And I was yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Like it's a lot of contact. They whack their heads on shit probably.
Yeah.
And he's like, but then you never know because they just play through it because like it doesn't take any skill to be an offensive lineman. I'm like, well, you still have to have like balance and like coordination and stuff. You can't just be running around with concussion. He's like, no. JJ Watt went on Pat McAfee and talked about how like he could be an offensive lineman. It's the easiest thing ever. And I was like, well, what is JJ
No
Watt?
way.
I was like, what is JJ Watt? He knows fucking nothing. And so he was like, no, JJ Watt knows a ton. I was like, I was kidding. He's a pro football player. He probably does know a lot. But then he gave me like a 10-minute spiel on how JJ Watt can be the greatest offensive lineman of all time.
Somewhere right now, Ciro's sisters are being like, yes, yes. I'm pretty sure they said that. I'm pretty sure they used the word mansplaining. Like,
Well, I know damn well there's a mansplainer, so I asked them if they thought he was. They're like, yeah. But no, shout out Ciro, great host.
yeah. Shout out Ciro.
Great host of the show, our friend of the show.
When I got shot in my arm, some dumb nurse said I'd lose my arm if I don't get a pill for blood thinners. What the fuck? You got shot in the arm? Hold up, what's your Twitter? Let's send you a link. The story about the spiders and the gecko and the ants made me that. Yeah, dude, respect. I'm just respecting. One time I saw, those palmetto bugs. They're like Florida's cockroaches. One time I was watching TV in my bedroom and I saw one moving on my wall. And that thing they square you up, dude. The Florida cockroaches square you up. First off, I was so worried that I had cockroaches for so long. And like these dudes are like, you know what I mean? Like they're like sizing you up. They're like, yeah, like try, kill me, try. I dare you to try to kill me. And that thing was a fucking pain in the ass. So yeah, man, geckos, keeping those things out of my apartment. Hopefully.
On that note, let's call the show. Let's move on with our day. As important as geckos are, I think it's time.
What you got on the slate today?
Got to go watch a Greensboro Swarm basketball game and then cover it for whoever buys our G League content, which is niche as fuck. And then I don't know. I think I'm gonna kind of make today my day to just catch up on a bunch of things that I've been meaning to, like different dudes I've been trying to watch film on, and like I had the revelation that like the reason I don't post on Twitter or like make stats videos and shit. And like maybe making videos would still be more lucrative. But like we have this thing called rumors, and like I've kind of been slacking lately. But I can go and take any stat and post it as a rumor and get paid like $3 per
Oh shit.
per note.
Shit.
So like
Yeah, you gotta hop on that.
like before I was working hourly all the time. Like before I had my normal schedule that I do now, I would just go and sit and do like on a good day I'd be doing like 15 notes an hour.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
so
I keep tweeting. I feel like I saw some tweets recently.
yeah. I did make one tweet. You're observant.
I gotta get my tweet game going too. I
But
just hate when they
man, but it's also tough because okay, all right. I'm gonna end the show on this note because I have an idea, right? So all of our ideas, everything that we think about basketball, is in the form of opinions and videos, and occasionally for me, like I do document some of it. You know, that would you say those are our main mediums? Like we think about basketball all the fucking time. We watch basketball all the time.
Yeah.
Our best attributes as diehard basketball fans is that we understand why teams do things. Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
That should be documented somewhere. We should have a giant web or a giant matrix of everything where we are saying, oh, this team is doing this because this. And it's all going to be interconnected, but we should have a giant matrix of basketball. I don't know how. I don't know in what medium. I don't know in what medium to convey it in.
Yeah, it sounds cool, but I don't know. I guess that's why I use the show in my Rockets podcast for.
But wouldn't it be nice if it could somehow exist in one plane?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you had just a gigantic, like, blank white document, and like you could zoom in further and further and further, and it would just like take you deeper into like more team minutia, more team transactions, more team rationale, and then you could zoom out.
That'd be cool if there was. What I can think of is like if it's just some website and it's just like the home screen is just all 30 teams in the NBA, and you click on it and you get a bunch of different things and like it spirals. Like
we would essentially be creating Wikipedia for basketball, but it would be from our educated point of view and be how you can navigate to all the different things. It's like the people that do the wiki races and shit. Speedrun Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like a website would essentially be what we need. Like a place where we could house everything.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And the more I thought about it, the more I loved this idea because we are at the beginning.
Meantime, tweet that shit.
We are at the beginning of the Victor Wembanyama era. There are a lot of things that led to him being the first overall pick. You know, teams fucking tanked. The Spurs drafted him. That changed the arc of them, and it potentially makes them a championship contender in the future.
Yeah.
So, like, this is the beginning of a new era of sorts. Potentially. It has the potential to be the Wemby era.
Yeah, it does. I think it will be.
So, if you see
so in the meantime, tweet this.
No, because it's my idea. I'm not just going to put it out there.
No, don't tweet the idea. But, you know, if you do digging on, you know, whatever your explanation or rationale or statistics or whatever it is, like I would tweet it.
But how do we create such a thing? You think websites the best way?
Yeah, I think it's got to be. Something with that just gets.
But what if it could be like.
Costs so much money to develop an app now.
What if it could be coded somehow? What if I could be creating like impacts? What if I could be making it through the form of like graphics, and each graphic is like touch points of certain things, and every note that we make would have every like data point that we'd include, not even a data point, but every like juncture that we'd include would have like an impact score.
Yeah.
And you would see like, I don't know the term for it, but you would see like almost like a scatter graph of sorts. I don't know.
It's definitely interesting.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I could accomplish such a thing. Because I really think that we can unearth players. Like we can scout till the cows come home, bro. But I think that our ability to understand why things happen is our best attribute. For someone who wants to work in the league, like I get why teams do things,
Yeah.
and Ciro does too.
Mm.
So, and you to a lesser extent do also.
Yeah.
No Jackson
No, I'm
slander.
just
Sorry.
kidding.
Hangs up the show.
I'm about to hit the lab and send out some freaking tweets.
Kicks wall with toe. Oh, man.
I'll take that because I view myself as more of an entertainer than an analyst.
All right, brainstorm on that. I'll see you same time tomorrow.
An hour earlier, but yes.
Yeah, 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Luke. All
Yep.
right.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the four-headed monster to take over.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
All right.